Hey guys, just letting you know, if you like this podcast and want to hear more of it, head on over to our SoundCloud page, man, where you can hear the full unedited show. Along with our regular weekly uploads, we'll be producing new exclusive content only on SoundCloud. So help support our shows, take us on the go, and follow us at soundcloud.com/hybridnetworkyt. And now, let's hand it off to the Super Friends. Take it away, guys. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Super Friends episode 42. We've made it all the way to this point now, and tonight I'm joined on this illustrious evening by my co-host Luke. What is up?
What's up, guys? World's finest, back at it.
Yeah, it's just the two of us tonight. Like, nobody else could make it. It was just kind of a weird, scheduling thing, you know. Just kind of happened.
It happens.
But fortunately, there's actually a lot to talk about, because it would have kind of sucked if there would have been no news to talk about for 10 minutes or something.
But I mean, we actually deliberately pushed this back a little bit just so that we could get all the big shit that was coming out this week, because a lot of stuff came out this Tuesday as we're recording it.
Yeah, there is a lot of news. There's a lot of movie news, and like we were saying earlier, if you guys are, probably by now you've known all this stuff about Justice League, but as of this recording, this all dropped this morning. I actually set my alarm to wake up at 5:45 a.m. today.
I just did it at 7:45. I wasn't too pertinent about it.
You're I get up at 3. I don't get up early, but I went to bed at 11 or something, and I got up. I was good. I was good to go. I wasn't even tired or anything. I just woke up and I just got bombarded with all this news about Justice League today.
Yeah, a lot of stuff came out actually, and it's actually kind of cool when I went through all the different news outlet stuff. It's the same story, but when you read it from different perspectives, it gives you a much different take on the different stuff. And ironically, I think Devin Faraci's little article that he did was probably the best one out of the ones I read.
I don't think I've read his yet. I think I just read the Collider and some of the one from Heroic Hollywood, which is El Mayimbe. But
yeah. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot, actually. It it very much mirrored what I felt in terms of the Justice League news and how it affected me.
I liked Slash Film's headline, which is Zack Snyder goes full Marvel. That was good. Yeah,
that's a pretty good title, to be fair. That'll get the views.
An interesting thing, though, about this whole set visit deal that they had is that they can't actually run stories about spoilers or something about the movie. They get in legal trouble. I don't know what that was, but
pretty is a ballsy move, I guess. I don't know. I saw it as kind of a big PR stunt, but it was a well-handled one, I would say.
Yeah, because they earn the trust of these outlets, and then they can't actually they got all this info out now, so that now they're okay, now we'll give you some stuff at Comic-Con this year, and then we'll build it up or whatever. I think it was kind of smart actually for them to do this far out, because with their past movies they've been very secretive about it, and a lot of the outlets that went to this set visit actually were surprised at how early they were able to talk about this stuff.
Oh yeah. From what they've told me, from what they've said in their little things, it was that they went to the set visit, and then they basically said that these can go up almost immediately. So that was actually really cool that we got to get it this early, not very far from the actual set visits.
Right. So speaking of the actual set visit, though, let's break down what was actually said here. So it seems like they basically confirmed that the villain is Steppenwolf, and he's after the mother boxes, which is a shout out to El Mayimbe, because he actually got that scoop right. He was correct on that, and the whole there being a Lord of the Rings style prologue where we get to see the ancient Atlanteans and the humans, the Atlanteans, and the Amazonians with the 3 mother boxes.
Ace of Scoops, he nailed that one.
Yeah, it seems like he has some pretty decent sourcing within the WB stuff. But so that happens. That's a thing. Steppenwolf there. There's parademons living on Earth at this moment, or some like under some tunnel or something between Gotham.
It was like under Rikers Island, I think, is what I got from the actual things.
So that's happening. Batman's trying to form the Justice League. There was like a scene that they described between him and Barry Allen, which was pretty cool. I actually liked the scene a lot. And then, they just talked about like all this stuff. Like they were like the costumes and the new vehicles and the locations and all this stuff. So, like it was a lot to take in.
Oh yeah, like a lot. Just it was almost too much to process. But
What were your first impressions though of like just like hearing the synopsis, the villain, what characters are going to be there, like stuff like that? I mean,
the one word that came to mind was just DC. Like it just felt so much like an actual DC comic, just all this wacky, crazy bullshit happening, and like it feels like we finally made it out of that sort of dark place that we've been in with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman doing these whole dark little really deconstruction kind of things. And it feels like this is more embracing what makes DC Comics great. And it's just this whole idea of hopefulness with the characters and bringing things together. And I mean, Batman has a tank that has legs, so that's really cool. I never thought I would see that in a Zack Snyder movie, so...
We're one step closer to Starro now.
Yeah, I mean, I could conceivably believe Starro to be a villain in this universe now, from what I've heard, for Justice League.
Or Brainiac.
So my top 5 thing might be a little more conceivable than originally thought. Starro could be a thing.
Yeah. Another thing, going back to what you were saying though, how this felt like a DC thing. Was there an episode of the Justice League or any DC stuff? I remember seeing that Steppenwolf was used in animation. Do you remember where?
He was in the original Justice League. He wasn't like a main thing though. He was in the Twilight episode. And he was just kind of there to die for Darkseid.
And he had like a weird like green monk outfit on or something, or...
Yeah, well, I mean, they went full on with the Jack Kirby designs in the animated series. Some of them looked really cool, like Darkseid and Calabac. Others not so much, but...
I think it's really cool. I think Devin Faraksha was talking about this, how they're going full on like with the Jack Kirby designs of the new gods, the parademons being yellow and green and stuff, with the goggles and...
Yeah. If I do remember he basically said in his little article that a lot of that concept art was from I think it was like during Batman v Superman's production.
Right.
So I don't know if that's subject to change, because I mean they're only like in the first month of actual pre-production, but I mean so far from what everyone's saying, that designs look really cool. Like we got some pretty interesting little tidbits about what the Flash costume looks like, actually. Just this, apparently it's made up of like 172 pieces, which that's fucking crazy. That sounds like the Injustice costume, actually, now that I think about it.
I also like the fact that Deborah Snyder, I think, or one of them, a lot of them were talking about the whole fact that Batman v Superman kind of didn't. It failed almost. I mean, they kind of just outright said, "Yeah, like it didn't work. People didn't like it. People didn't like that version of the characters. They want to see their actual characters." So it's nice that they actually addressed that directly.
Mm-hmm. Although you can't say that though, Nick. You can't say that it didn't fail. It was a disappointment, or you can't even say that really, because it made $900 million. It was a success in Warner Brothers' eyes. You can't say that.
I made that video about it.
Not allowed. You're not allowed, Nick.
You gotta
not allowed.
Break down the
Can't
numbers and everything.
Get your facts right, Nick. Get your numbers straight. But no, I just I'm sorry, but Deborah Snyder actually said something that I really liked. She said, "The darkest where we'll go is where we've been," or something, and that just gives me a lot more hope that we're finally past that sort of era where it's just trying so hard to be like this huge sort of meta commentary on like the superhero genre and the world we are in now, and it just seems like they finally get the idea of, oh, people just want to see the actual DC superheroes. Like, they don't want to see Murder Man or anything.
Oh, they've just now realized that.
It took them a while, to be fair, but it seems like they finally get the picture.
Okay. Just I guess my thoughts though on this whole thing, it was a lot to take in this morning, and I got to like kind of think about it and process it all day, and I think it was really cool though. I think they're, like you said, that they're definitely taking steps in the right direction, making it more like the comic book stuff, less so the whole realistic, gritty, where all the superheroes like hate each other for some reason and are evil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the biggest leap that we can see is that apparently there's a scene where superheroes are actually talking to each other in costumes.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
I was scared we would never get that based on the interview Snyder had.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he said that they lose credibility if they have more than like 4 lines of dialogue or something.
Yeah, and then here we have them talking to Commissioner Gordon, like 4 superheroes just talking to each other about a nest of parademons. Like, just straight up DC Comics bullshit. I love it.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, overall, it looks pretty good. And, I mean, hopefully they'll release some more stuff, maybe, at Comic-Con, perhaps. Maybe the costumes or, like, concept art or something. Maybe even the clip that they showed them with Barry Allen and Bruce. Maybe.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool.
I don't know. But, I mean, it's still, like, a ways off. It's next November, so... what was that? 14, 15. Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah, we don't have to wait 3 years this time though, so it's fine.
Yeah, gone are the days of waiting 3 years for another DC movie. Yeah. We're
finally in the
clear.
clear.
Wonder Woman will actually be out in a year from now, almost June.
Yeah. So I mean, it's nice that we can have stuff like Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman to, well, hopefully look forward to before, Justice League gets here, so we're not just waiting for this big epic thing.
But anyways, that wraps up the episode, Super Friends episode 42. Comment below what you guys thought of the news that we covered this week, and what do you guys think about the whole Justice League set visit breakdown, DC Rebirth Week 3, the TV Time casting news, and anything else that you found interesting this episode? Luke, any final thoughts?
Cyborg has arms that come out of his back so he can punch stuff, so that's fucking awesome.
Cyborg transforms into a tank, and then he transforms into a battleship in water.
Yes. I would pay money to see that. Don't be lying to me about that. I would pay for that.
He spits bullets out of his legs.
And he just has a big fucking Ray Foster head on the front.
A Ray Fisher or what?
Ray Fisher.
He just has his face on the front of his tank.
It's just stretched out like a 1280 by 720 picture, just phrased.
Stretched out wide. That'd be weird.
Yeah. I think that wraps this up.
Yeah, that wraps up the episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share the video, and support us on SoundCloud too. Go follow us there on SoundCloud to hear the full uncut version of this podcast. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Yes. See you guys next time.